You know what that funky sound means. It's time to cross into the final frontier. The International Space Station, the ISS as it's known, has been in operation for an incredible 20 years. That's mind-blowing in itself. It's a place exclusively for NASA and other space agencies to conduct research. I'm oversimplifying, obviously. Until now, that is. So last week, NASA revealed that for the first time, the ISS will be opening to regular citizens. Regular, I say. We're joined again by Dr. Daniel Cunnama. Dan, great to have you here.
Thank you.
20 years, that's amazing.
It is pretty cool.
That is really, really special in and of itself. Essentially, what function does the International Space Station play? What is it there for?
So, I mean, the space station's a great success, like in terms of international cooperation.
Yeah,
for
it's like
one
public
thing.
relations.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's like all the sort of countries banded together and built this thing, which is kind of out in space. No country really owns it, and it's quite a nice, like, thing.
Yeah.
But beyond that,
indication of humanity.
Yeah,
it's awesome,
beyond that, I mean, it's huge. It's like the size of a 747, like floating around in space, been up there for 20 years, and there's been astronauts on it permanently for that whole time. So there's between 3 and 6 people up there at any given time.
What's the longest stint anyone's ever done?
A year.
Do you know? A year.
A year, yeah. Yeah, it's a long time to be camping in space. But yeah, it basically research at the moment. So what it's like to live in space, zero gravity, how do we grow things, how do we grow food?
How do diseases react?
Yeah, exactly. So there's,
like
there's a few spiders loose in the space station.
Imagine.
Like trying to work out how things react to zero gravity and just learn about living in space.
And it is kind of the pinnacle of what we can achieve, and I think it always stands there as this bastion of what can be achieved if we do work together.
Yeah.
But now we are opening up a whole different avenue, a revenue stream, I'm going to call it, because it comes with a price tag. Why have they decided to open this up to regular people?
Yeah. Well, as you said, it was like driven by NASA and the European Space Agency, the Russians. Countries had sort of bought into this concept. But now with the current sort of private sector getting into space, SpaceX and the like, wanting to send their own astronauts to the moon and Mars and up into space, I think it makes sense for the International Space Station to start talking to these commercial enterprises.
You need to train people to do it.
and to train them, right? So that's basically what they've opened it up for now, is that these private enterprises can use the International Space Station for a month or two at a time to train their own astronauts. So they can go up there, stay for a while, do whatever tests they need to do. If they need to test spacesuits or whatever else, they can do that at the International Space Station. Obviously, it helps fund the International Space Station to keep going. But I mean, I think that's...
Do you see this going as far as, because it's now into the commercial space, can, for instance, like a Virgin Galactic offering a prize to say, well, you enter this competition, you could win a trip to the International Space Station. Could they actually do that now?
Yes. So they're already doing that. So I mean, immediately after that press release came out, there were other guys saying, right, cool.
Okay, sweet.
We'll book a couple of spots and...
So, $52 million. And
that's the prize.
That's the prize tag. What do you get for your 52 mil? Presumably a T-shirt at the very least and a cap.
I would hope so, but I mean, and a sleeping bag maybe, but yeah. So it'll be a camping trip. Like it's at the moment the International Space Station it's not a hotel. It's not Rovos Rail. You're not going to be like cruising along in comfort.
It's bare basics. It's like a submarine.
Yeah. It's worse than a submarine, I think. Although you do have a view, which you don't have in a submarine.
Yeah, an unmatched view at the moment. Dr. Dan, we absolutely love you, dude. Thank you so much for this. Amazing. So if you've got a spare 52 mil lying around, I don't know what that translates to in terms of the currency at the moment, but why not? Take a trip to space. Go and spend a weekend camping trip up there. We're going to see you as you contemplate that and how little money you have in your bank account. We'll see you after the break.